Hello people, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't uploaded in a long time any Minecraft content that was like serious or even relatively anything relative at all, really. So, I'm joining you here back on the NSG Never Stop Gaming Survival SMP. I just kind of want to show you guys around here a little bit. Now, I have been streaming a bit on twitch.tv, and I will link my channel in the description there if you guys are interested in checking me out. So today I'm just kind of like doing a little welcome welcome me back to YouTube kind of situation. So I'm going to show you a little bit around. I'm most likely going to cut to it here in a minute and do a little bit of talking over top of it. But I just want to show you guys around the server and what builds I've done, and I just want you guys, you and your input, and see what you think of some of my builds. Some of them are original, some of them are like slight redesigns of other people's stuff, which, it's kind of how Minecraft is, and not everything can be original. Um, Obviously, this is just my little island here that I have. It's a really cool island. It's like floating in the middle of the ocean, kind of. As you can see, there's some farms over there. And I just kind of want to build my house here, and I want to build all my farms around this island. Very farm oriented. I like building my farms. I'm not the greatest builder, but I'm pretty handy with some redstone. So you'll see obviously in my builds the kind of skill level I have. But I'm obviously trying to improve it every day. It's just how she goes. So we'll just cut right to showing off some builds. One sec. Starting off here, we have my creeper farm. As you can see, we got the collection area here. It's all full. And it's very simple collection area. It's just a basic creeper farm. So it doesn't really need to be anything super fancy. The only other thing I would really do to make this a little bit better would just be like add a shulker box loader. But currently we don't have a shulker farm. So Justin's working on that, and then I might implement in the future, but it's really not a major concern. And coming in number 2 here, this is a way over designed moss farm by Ray Works. Obviously, he made one of these individual modules, and it's a tileable farm, so you could just kind of do whatever you want with it. So what I decided to do was added a couple more modules. A couple more modules. So yeah, as you can see, they all got shoot up here into the water streams and fly over here. And the collection system. I tried my best to sort out the moss as much as I could just to get it gone right away. Not a permanent solution, but like it's all being composted anyways. I did go ahead and set up like a little collection area for the blocks if I figured I wanted them for building purposes down the line. So I saved myself a couple double chests of some things and then just a double chest of some things as well. So everything that I'm not keeping is being piped over into the ground over here into this. It's getting shot up in here after it's all composted. And then you can see all of my bone meal just kind of spewed around here. Again, another quality of life update I could do on this, but it's really, I don't care about it that much, is to just add a shulker box loader here, because shulker boxes can hold way more than chests. The only quality of life update that would be, other than that, it's very basic redstone circuitry here. Nothing really fancy. It is a timer clock triggering the pistons that trigger the lava to be pushed out every time there's moss blocks grown. And then this guy here is again timered to hit hit some bone meal into the stone there, and then it pushes it out. So yeah, that sums up that farm pretty good. Let me know if you have any questions, comments. I'm happy to answer as much as I can in the comments. But I will also link Ray's video in the description as well if you guys are curious to check out this one on your own. Coming in at number 3, we have a very compact tree farm. Now this one does only a certain amount, obviously, because it's not meant for the 2x2s and whatnot. So you just come down here, place your sapling, turn on the farm, and just hold right click on that dirt and it pushes it all out and it just gets blasted. And yeah. And then I have these guys loading into shulker loaders. So as you see, I do love my shulker loaders and auto sorters. I can't really know I couldn't find anyone that specifically had this design. So this, I mean, I did steal a couple designs and just kind of put them together here. So as you know, this is the basic item sorter, and then just a basic shulker loader, and I just kind of combined the two and tried to save as many resources as I could. And this is as compact as I could make it. Again, I'm still learning Redstone. So if you guys know a more compact or easier version of a auto loading shulker loader, let me know. I'm curious, and I'd love to see what you guys have to say. On to the next farm. And farm number 4 has to be one of my favorites. Now, this is a design that I found online. I don't remember the exact creator that made this design off the top of my head that I used. If I find it, I will link it in the description. Essentially, you just have your water in the middle here, and it's all flowing towards the center, so it doesn't turn these all into cobblestone and obsidian. So once it's on, it pushes the pistons down, they wait a second, they turn back into cobblestone and push it down again. And it's just continuous. And I just hooked it up to this hopper timer, and it also is dispensing TNT. Now this is the same TNT aligner from the wood farm. I found it worked better than the one that the guy had used in the video. He did have something similar to this, but it kept blowing up on me. So I decided to change it to this one, and it's been perfect. I haven't had any issues with it. So yeah, this works really great. It's crazy fast. I can fill a shulker's worth of cobblestone in like 5 minutes, and I have it coming down here. Obviously, this is a huge buffer system. You really don't need it this big unless you have like a huge project that requires a lot of cobblestone. And then you just kind of load your shulker into there, and it will auto load it. And if you have extra shulkers, you just throw them in there, and then they load into here. Yeah, so that sums about this farm, and let's head into the nether, and we'll check out the nether farms. All right, over here in the nether, we're going to start off with our honey farm. This guy was another design I found online. Actually, my buddy that runs the server, Minion to Gaming, he was actually the one who found it and sent it to me. But I loaded up the schematic and built it, and he helped me fill the beehives because bees are such a pain to get in these beehives. Crafting the beehives alone is a pain. Anyways, we got this guy built, and now our honey needs are meant just done for the rest of the season. We don't need any more honey, essentially. So the bottles are loaded in from the top here, and it's a pulse-based system. So when you turn this guy on, it sends a intermittent pulse throughout the system, and when it's pulsing the system, it's using these dispensers here, and they are just sending them along the line. Once they are out here at the very end, you will see that there is a drop hopper here that sends bottles out through a sorter. So once they're out here, this is just the final collection. So in here is just like where I kept my shulker boxes. I had more, but I had to take them for other farms because I have more honey than I ever need already after running it for one night. All right, one sec. Let's go and check out the gold farm. We're going to start at the very top of the gold farm here. As you can see, it's just a bunch of spawning platforms. In the middle, there's just some trapdoors to trick the piglins to think it's solid blocks, or the pigmen, sorry, to think it's a solid block and drop down the middle. And of course, once they hit the hoppers, they die instantly because it's more than damage than they can take. So once they get into the hoppers, I have 4 sorting chests. Now because the pigmen only drop gold and rotten flesh, I have designed this kind of auto sorter to just get rid of the rotten flesh. Don't quote me on this. It could be an original design. I don't know if anyone else has this design. Essentially, it's just a big old buffer system. So when you open this chest, anything that's not meant to go into the system that fell onto these hoppers won't go in there. So I have these hoppers here set out to go gold and rotten flesh. So if you follow the rotten flesh hopper line, it's again just a little buffer system that goes into a dropper that auto drops the rotten flesh into lava because we don't need rotten flesh. If I ever need rotten flesh, I can just take out that hopper and let the chest fill up with rotten flesh. And that would be more than I would ever need as well. Maybe if you're trading or something. All right, now let's move into the gold here. I busted quite a big hole in the bedrock here just so I could give myself lots of room to work with. Now again, these are all buffer chests. You'd be amazed the amount of gold that this farm makes. It's actually insane. Like I've already crafted like 4+ shulker boxes worth of gold blocks from this, and that was just from a couple nights of AFKing. So if you follow the hopper line across here, it's again just a huge storage room. I have all the storage room coming into this chest in the middle here just for convenience sake, and then I got crafting tables to craft all the nuggets into ingots and then blocks and yada yada yada. Now that you've got all this gold, what do you do with it, right? Like you just build with gold all day long. I mean, it's fun, it looks great, but you need to work it into something or, trade it for something else. And that's where my piglins come in. Sorry, my body's just kind of like derping about there. I'm on my alt account right now, just showing you guys around in Spectator because it's a bit easier. So in here, I have my prisoners. These are piglins that I trapped in here and name tagged. And then I also have to fix the circuit still, but I dropped my gold ingots in here, and the minecart kind of picks them up and drops them off along all the piglin. And once the piglin get it, they trade with it, and they give X amount of items. So they trade so fast, I had to give it a little buffer like right away as soon as the items are traded, or they will fill up and just destroy the system. Once I did that, I put the hoppers into over here, and then into my sorting line. So again, I just use these kind of tileable modules for the auto sorting and the shulker loaders. I decided, I don't need ender pearls that much, so I just kind of get rid of them as soon as they go into the sorting system. After that, they go into their assigned slots and they get loaded with shulkers. Now, this farm produces some of the best resources in the game to just kind of have on hand, right? Like gravel, use that for everything. Soul sand is not the best. Blackstone's awesome. Obsidian's awesome. Crying obsidian's awesome. All of this is awesome. So I have it all sorting out. I have to fix this as well because once it's sorted everything that can be sorted, you're left with bottles and boots and enchantment books. There is a way I can sort out the bottles using a brewing stand, and then I don't really care to sort out the rest of them. I might take a couple inventories of the Soul Speed 3 boots and the enchantment books, and then just eat the rest out into some lava, because this is just like, I don't need any of this stuff, so I might as well get rid of it kind of situation, you know? All right, so that concludes my nether farms for now. I want to hop over to my slime farm. This is probably the biggest slime farm I've ever designed, so let's go take a look. So this is the slime farm to end all slime farms, in my opinion, in a small perimeter like this. Obviously, you can make a perimeter 100 times the size and get way better spawn rates, and you can use more slime chunks and whatnot. But I used a unique world generation of a 2x2 slime chunk. As you can see, there's already slime spawning down there. So in the very center of this hole, there's 4 chunks, 2x2. They're exactly all together. 3G, that's what it is. Okay. So this chunk is a slime chunk. This chunk is a slime chunk. This one and this one. So I kind of, use this to my ability and just kind of went wild, and I designed a slime farm that I couldn't find anywhere for a 2x2. Like I haven't seen a lot of people doing a 2x2 slime farm. So I put my main character there just for showing off reasons here. Um, so we're gonna slowly come down here. So I did 10 layers of the 4 chunks, and there's an iron golem on each corner. So all the slime fall down these little individual holes here, and they all come down here into the middle, and they die. Now the thought behind the iron golem in the middle here is the ones that aren't looking and they're running away, hopefully is going to entice them to come and hit the iron golem. Doesn't work too great, but it does the job, So below that, obviously, just a hopper minecart, picking up all the items, blah, 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 shooting them over here, and then you'll see the slime balls pop up here. And they all go over here. I'm going to be putting a shulker loader here, but not really necessary for right now. I did the math on this farm, and this slime farm happens to make around 8 stacks, or a little above 8 stacks of slime blocks per hour. So that's about 5,000 slime balls per hour. Does a really good job, and I'm quite proud of myself for this. If you guys have seen someone use a 2x2 slime chunk like similar to this before, let me know. I want to see their videos on it. I want to see how other people did it different from me. This was totally just me just going on my own and doing what I think would be best for a slime farm. If there's something better, please let me know. I obviously want to fix my farms make them as efficient as possible, but this one is pretty damn efficient. The only problem I've run into so far is sometimes the iron golems glitch out of their holding cells, so I might have to kill all the iron golems or move their platform back by one and give them 2 blocks to work with instead of one. I did extensive testing in creative, and I didn't have a single iron golem fall out, so I'm really curious to see as to why they're falling out. Probably just kind of server glitching into the glass kind of issue, and then they just poured outside of it. Anyways, I'm over it. I get more than enough slime. I'm going to get all the slime that we need for the server for the rest of the season. Obviously, I had to do a lot of torch lighting in the caves, or this would not be great rates. But if you guys are interested in a video on this on its own, I would happily do that just to show it off, building it and whatnot. But this was a really fun farm to do. The perimeter itself it was the worst part, obviously, because like you had to clear all the ocean water and the walls aren't perfect. And I probably spent 5 hours just flattening the walls so I wouldn't get spawns on the walls for like zombies and creepers and skeletons and whatnot. There's still a fair bit of spawn proofing I could do to make this better, but it's a great farm. It works. It does what I need, and as you can see here, I don't know how this happened. I was AFK'd it the first night that I built it, and then randomly my dog showed up on my AFK platform here, and he's just been kind of chilling. So I just kind of made him sit, and I think it's pretty funny to see him over the huge pit, just chilling there. Let me know if you guys want to name this dog, because currently he doesn't have a name. He's just kind of a tame dog. And yeah, so I believe that is actually all the farms that I have to show off for this video. I do have a couple more farm ideas that I will be building quite soon. The next one is going to be just a normal sugarcane farm. I will do a video of me building that, which is a little time lapse. And the farm after that, obviously not the final farm. I have so many more to do. I'm going to do a bamboo auto smelter. Now this one that I have designed, I'll give you a little hint. It does 32 furnaces, and it does a double chest in like just under 20 minutes to smelt items. So it works pretty good, and it's unlimited fuel. That's what you're getting. So I hope you guys are sticking around for the long haul, because I really do want to get back into creating content and having fun and playing on the NSG server. This server is really fun. I'll link the Discord to our server as well if you guys are interested in interacting with any of our community members. But other than that, you guys take care, and I'll see y'all in the next video.